We see it everywhere. On our screens, in books, on podcasts. It is the dream of the millionaire mindset. We are told that with enough hustle, we can achieve anything. Wake up at 4 a.m., work relentlessly, build an empire from nothing. This idea is powerful. It promises freedom. It promises happiness. It promises a life without worry. Money solves all our problems. The story is always the same. Starts with a simple idea, works harder than everyone else, finally reaches the top. They stand on a stage. You can do it too. Incredibly attractive. Feels democratic. Success is just willpower. Ignores luck. Ignores background. Ignores the system we live in. The message: if you are not rich, you are not trying hard enough. This way of thinking has created a multi-billion-dollar industry. Self-help gurus, online courses, motivational speakers, fast cars, huge houses, exotic vacations. They make it look like the ultimate prize for a life well lived. But what if this dream is a myth? Missing a critical chapter? We celebrate the winners, magazine covers. We study their habits for a secret formula. But we rarely talk about the cost of success. Broken relationships, chronic anxiety, profound loneliness. This isn't a story about failure, a dangerous kind of success. Not just a guide to making money, a complete way of life. Tells you how to think, what to value, who to be. Demands total devotion. Optimize every minute for maximum productivity. See people as connections, not friends. Pushes you to take huge risks, believing rewards justify sacrifice. But what happens when the sacrifices become too great? What is the dark side they don't tell you about getting rich? This is the question we need to start asking. Let's consider a simple example. Imagine a young entrepreneur named Alex. Alex starts a tech company. He follows all the rules of the millionaire mindset. He works 100-hour weeks. He sleeps in his office. He puts every dollar back into the business. He tells himself that his sacrifice will be worth it. After 5 years of relentless effort, Alex sells his company for millions. On the surface, he has won. He is the hero of the story we are so often told. He has achieved the dream. He is now financially free and can do whatever he wants. But let's look closer at Alex's life. During those 5 years, he missed his sister's wedding. His partner left him, tired of being second to the business. He developed chronic stress that led to panic attacks. He now has the money he always wanted, but he feels empty and isolated. His old friends don't know how to talk to him anymore. He has a big, empty house and no one to share it with. Alex's story is not unique. It is a quiet reality for many who chase wealth above all else. They win the game only to find out they were playing for the wrong prize. This is why we need to talk about this. The pursuit of wealth is not inherently bad. Ambition can lead to incredible innovation and progress. It can create jobs and build better communities. But the millionaire mindset, in its extreme form, often does the opposite. It narrows our focus so much that we lose sight of what makes life meaningful. It promises freedom, but can become a prison of its own making. It is a high-stakes gamble, not just with our money, but with our well-being, our relationships, and our own humanity. In this documentary, we will pull back the curtain on the millionaire mindset. We will explore the hidden psychological costs. We will explore the hidden social costs. We will explore the hidden ethical costs. We will hear stories from people who have lived it. We will look at the science behind why chasing money can make us less happy. And finally, we will discuss a healthier, more balanced way to think about success and a good life. Because understanding the price of the ticket is the first step toward deciding if the journey is truly worth it. So, what exactly is the millionaire mindset? At its core, it is a belief system built on a few simple, powerful ideas. The first and most important is the gospel of hustle. This is the idea that constant, relentless work is the only path to success. The mindset tells you to outwork everyone around you. It celebrates waking up before dawn and working late into the night. Sleep is for the weak. Weekends are for catching up. Every moment not spent working on your goal is a moment wasted. This isn't just about working hard, it's about making work the absolute center of your existence, the sun around which your entire life must orbit. This philosophy is sold to us through compelling stories and charismatic figures. Influencers fill our social media feeds with posts tagged obligor hustle culture and/or grind. They show off their packed schedules as a badge of honor. Self-help books with titles like The 10X Rule or Crush It. They teach that you must apply massive amounts of effort to get massive results. The message is clear and uncompromising. If you want extraordinary success, you must make extraordinary sacrifices. Your social life, your hobbies, and even your health are often seen as distractions from the main goal of accumulating wealth. Consider the popular story of someone like Gary Vaynerchuk. He famously promotes the idea of non-stop work, especially in your 20s. The narrative is that he built his family's wine business and then his media empire through sheer unending effort. He worked every single day, sacrificing personal time for business growth. This story is presented as a blueprint. It tells aspiring entrepreneurs that this is the required price of admission to the Millionaires Club. It normalizes a lifestyle that borders on obsession, framing it not as a potential problem, but as a necessary virtue. This relentless focus on hustle creates a powerful but narrow definition of value. Your worth becomes tied directly to your productivity. How much did you accomplish today? How much closer are you to your financial goal? The mindset doesn't leave much room for other human experiences. It doesn't value rest, contemplation, or simply being present with the people you love. It frames these things as luxuries you can only afford once you've made your millions. The gospel of hustle demands that you trade your present happiness for the promise of a future reward, a trade that many are encouraged to make without question. The second key pillar of the millionaire mindset is the myth of absolute control. This is the belief that you, and you alone, are responsible for your success. Your mindset is your destiny. If you think like a millionaire, you will become one. This idea is empowering on the surface. It tells you that your circumstances don't have to define you. It suggests that poverty, lack of opportunity, or bad luck are just obstacles to be overcome with a strong enough will. The world is not something that happens to you. It is something you can bend to your vision through positive thinking and unwavering self-belief. This philosophy is everywhere in the self-help world. Books like The Secret popularize the law of attraction, suggesting that your thoughts can directly manifest wealth. Gurus tell you to visualize success and eliminate negative thoughts. They argue that the primary difference between a rich person and a poor person is their mentality. The rich see opportunities, while the poor see problems. This simplifies the complex reality of economics into a personal mind game. It places the entire burden of success or failure squarely on the individual's shoulders, ignoring systemic factors like economic inequality, social mobility, or just plain luck. Think about the classic rags to riches story. We're often told about a founder who had a brilliant idea and the willpower to see it through, as if their success happened in a vacuum. But we rarely hear about the lucky break they got, the wealthy family connection that provided the initial loan, or the government program that supported their industry. The myth of absolute control edits these details out of the story. It creates a clean, inspiring narrative that is easy to sell. But it is a fiction. It wrongly suggests that if you fail, it is because your mindset was weak, not because you faced insurmountable odds. This belief can be incredibly damaging. When you believe you have total control, any failure feels like a deep personal flaw. It can lead to feelings of shame and inadequacy. If your business doesn't succeed despite working 100-hour weeks, the mindset tells you it's your fault. You didn't want it badly enough. You didn't think positively enough. This creates a psychological trap. It prevents us from seeing the bigger picture and from having compassion for ourselves and others who struggle. It is a lonely and unforgiving way to see the world, one that denies the role of chance, community, and circumstance in all of our lives. Finally, the millionaire mindset sells a very specific dream, the promise of ultimate freedom. This is the idea that once you acquire enough wealth, all of your problems will disappear. Money is presented as the key that unlocks a life without constraints. You will have the freedom to do what you want, when you want, with whomever you want. No more bosses, no more bills, no more worries. You can travel the world, buy whatever you desire, and live a life of pure, unadulterated leisure. This is the grand prize waiting for you at the end of the hustle. This vision of freedom is heavily marketed to us. We see it in the curated Instagram feeds of the super rich. They are pictured on private jets, pristine beaches, and exclusive parties. The imagery suggests a life of effortless joy. The implicit message is that all the sacrifice, all the long hours, and all the risks are worth it for this ultimate reward. Money is not just money. It is a ticket to a different plane of existence, a place where the rules of normal life no longer apply. This promise is the engine that drives the entire mindset, making all the hardships seem like a temporary and necessary investment. Let's take the archetype of the tech millionaire who retires at 30. We hear stories of people who sell their startup, pursuing passion projects, traveling. The story ends there, at the moment of financial liberation. It's framed as a happy ending. This reinforces the idea that the goal of work is to stop working. The purpose of the grind is to earn a permanent vacation from life's difficulties. It positions wealth not as a tool to build a meaningful life, but as an escape from the one you currently have. This is a powerful, yet potentially hollow promise. But what does this freedom truly mean? The mindset defines it almost exclusively in material terms. The freedom to buy, to consume, and to not be bothered. It rarely talks about other kinds of freedom. What about the freedom from anxiety? The freedom from the need to constantly compare yourself to others. The freedom to have deep, authentic relationships not based on status or wealth. The promise of ultimate freedom is seductive, but it is based on a narrow and fragile foundation. It assumes that external circumstances can fix internal problems, a claim that, as we will see, often turns out to be tragically false. The millionaire mindset promises freedom from worry. But for many who reach the top, the reality is the exact opposite. The anxiety doesn't disappear, it just changes its form. Before, you worried about paying the bills. Now you worry about losing everything you have built. The pressure to stay on top can be even more intense than the pressure of climbing. Every market fluctuation, every new competitor, every small mistake feels like a threat to your entire existence. The hustle that got you there doesn't stop. It just becomes a frantic effort to defend your position. This is the great paradox of the summit. The higher you climb, the further you have to fall. This creates a state of chronic stress. Your body and mind are in a constant state of high alert. The same fight-or-flight response that helped you survive business challenges now becomes your default setting. This can lead to serious health problems, high blood pressure, a weakened immune system. Psychologists refer to this as arrival fallacy, the mistaken belief that reaching a certain goal will bring lasting happiness. When the happiness doesn't arrive, or when it is quickly replaced by new anxieties, people can feel confused and disillusioned. They won the game, but the sense of peace they expected is nowhere to be found. Think of the successful hedge fund manager. They spend their days staring at screens, making high-stakes decisions every minute. A single bad call could wipe out millions of dollars. They have all the material comforts one could imagine. A penthouse apartment, a luxury car, a seat at the best restaurants. Yet, they live with a level of stress that is almost unimaginable to most people. They are constantly monitoring the news, analyzing data, trying to predict an unpredictable future. Their wealth has not bought them peace. It has bought them a more expensive and high-stakes version of anxiety. This constant pressure also leads to a phenomenon known as decision fatigue. The sheer number of choices and risks that come with managing significant wealth can be mentally exhausting. What to invest in, who to trust, how to protect your assets. Each decision carries immense weight. This mental drain can spill over into other areas of life, making it hard to be present with family or to enjoy simple pleasures. The mind is so occupied with the complex calculus of wealth preservation that there is little energy left for anything else. The freedom to do anything becomes the burden of having to decide everything. The millionaire mindset operates on a simple reward cycle. You set a goal, you hustle, you achieve it, and you get a temporary feeling of satisfaction. The problem is that this feeling doesn't last. It's hedonic adaptation. Humans adapt to new circumstances, good and bad. That new car, that bigger house, that extra zero in your bank account. They feel exciting at first, then quickly become the new normal. The thrill fades. You need a bigger goal to feel the rush again. A treadmill of endless wanting. The finish line keeps moving. Goal: make $1 million. You hit it, but it's not what you expected. New goal: 10 million, then 100 million. Each win gives a shorter burst of happiness, then back to baseline, sometimes emptiness. Chasing more without ever feeling like you have enough. Relentless pursuit leaves you hollow, running a race with no end. Marcus Persson, creator of Minecraft. He sold his company to Microsoft for $2.5 billion. Suddenly one of the richest people on Earth. His public social posts told another story. He wrote about isolation and lacking purpose. He could buy anything, but missed the challenge of creating. He reached the millionaire mindset's ultimate goal and found it unfulfilling. External rewards can't fix internal emptiness. The chase was more exciting than the prize. There's a brain basis. Pursuit releases dopamine. Dopamine makes the chase feel rewarding. Achieving the goal doesn't give the same long-lasting reward. The brain is wired for striving, not arriving. The millionaire mindset hacks this system. Keeps you addicted to the chase, with no fix for the letdown after each victory, leaving you perpetually unsatisfied. Section 3. The prison of perfection. The relentless drive for success often fosters an unhealthy perfectionism. When your identity and self-worth are completely tied to your achievements, any mistake feels like a catastrophe. The millionaire mindset teaches you to optimize everything: your business, your schedule, your body, your mind. This creates an impossible standard to live up to. There is no room for error, no allowance for being human. Every project must be a runaway success. Every decision must be flawless. Every day must be perfectly productive. This is not a recipe for success. It is a recipe for burnout. This perfectionism breeds a deep-seated fear of failure. Instead of seeing failure as a learning opportunity, it becomes a sign of personal inadequacy. This makes people incredibly risk-averse, stifling the very innovation that may have led to their initial success. They become afraid to try new things because the potential for failure is too psychologically threatening. They get stuck polishing their existing trophies instead of venturing into new, uncertain territory. Their world shrinks as they try to maintain a perfect, unbroken record of success. Think of an acclaimed chef who earns 3 Michelin stars. The pressure to maintain that rating is immense. Every single plate that leaves the kitchen must be perfect. Critics and diners arrive with impossibly high expectations. Several famous chefs have spoken out about the crushing anxiety this creates. Some have even given back their stars, choosing their mental health over the prestige. They found that the prison of perfection was too high a price to pay for being at the top of their field. The joy of cooking was replaced by a terrifying fear of making a single mistake. This mindset also destroys your ability to be content. Satisfaction comes from accepting that things, including yourself, are good enough. Perfectionism is the enemy of good enough. It constantly points out the flaws, the things that could be better, the goals not yet reached. A study published in the Review of General Psychology found that life satisfaction is often lower in people who chase extrinsic goals like wealth, like fame, compared to those who pursue intrinsic goals like personal growth, like community. The constant self-criticism and inability to appreciate the present moment slowly erode any sense of peace or happiness. Success without obsession. The key takeaway: success and ambition don't have to lead to the dark side we've explored. It is possible to be driven, innovative, successful, without becoming obsessed and destructive. The antidote to the toxic millionaire mindset is balance. Define success broader than a bank number. Integrate ambition with core values: integrity, compassion, community. A rich life is measured not just by money, but by quality of relationships, Contribution to society, personal well-being. Example, the rise of B corporations. B Corp must consider impacts on workers, customers, suppliers, community, the environment. This builds success into a company's DNA. You can run a profitable business and be a force for good. Patagonia, profitable and known for environmental activism and fair labor practices. Profit plus purpose. Personally, set boundaries. Schedule family time. Friends, rest-like meetings. Family, friends, rest. Practice gratitude for what you have, not constant lack. Don't give up goals. Pursue sustainably, without sacrificing health or humanity. Play the long game. Build a life successful on paper, but genuinely fulfilling to live, day in and day out. We have a choice. Accept the narrow millionaire definition, or define success for ourselves. True success is having what truly matters, a life aligned with values. Ambition is powerful when guided by wisdom, humility, and a larger purpose. That is wealth no money can buy. Redefining the good life. We began this journey by questioning a powerful dream, the millionaire mindset. We've seen how this seductive ideology promises ultimate freedom and happiness. Through relentless hustle, the accumulation of wealth. It's a story sold to us by gurus and influencers, a simple, inspiring tale of individual triumph, but it leaves out the most important chapters. We explored the hidden costs, chronic anxiety of staying on top, the gnawing emptiness of always wanting more, the prison of perfectionism, the profound loneliness of transactional relationships, and lives optimized for profit. We looked beyond the individual at social and ethical fallout. It erodes relationships, creates a relationship recession, weakens the fabric of our communities. It fosters a dangerous lack of empathy, widening the chasm between the wealthy and everyone else, justifying extreme inequality as natural. The pressure to win at all costs pushes people and companies toward ethical compromises. It turns ambition into harm for employees, for customers, and for the environment. The drive can spark innovation, but its blind spots create huge risks, often ignored until too late. So, what's the alternative? Don't abandon ambition. Redefine it. First, pursue balanced goals. Not just financial wealth. Build a life portfolio, health, relationships, personal growth. Schedule rest. Schedule connection. With the same seriousness as a business meeting. Second, focus on community. Move from "what's in it for me" to "how can we build this together?" Invest time in friendships. Support local businesses. See success as collective, not just individual. Finally, commit to ethical success and simple financial literacy. You don't need billions to be secure. Learn budgeting, saving, investing, gain stability without sacrificing well-being. Support businesses that prioritize purpose over pure profit. The ultimate lesson: question the simple myths of success. Choose well-being over wealth, connection over competition, integrity over empty wins. The richest life isn't the most money, it's the most meaning.